just me. It probably is just me, but the only thing consistent with my Kreg AccuCut jig is that it consistently cuts inaccurately. So I went ahead and tried this Bora NGX 48-inch clamp edge and this Bora saw plate. Check this out. This thing cuts on 45 degrees like a track saw. You can't say that about the other brands. We've already got this clamped where we want it. What we're gonna do, we're gonna put this plate on here. This has a built-in track edge, and then it compensates, so it helps you stay level. We're left with a fairly accurate, pretty darn straight cut. You follow our straight edge here, it is pretty straight on. I'm going to show you with the tape measure now. Call that 3 1/8. And this side here, 3 1/8. Go ahead and set it to 90 degrees and let's see what we got. We could use the edge guide like a regular edge guide and not use the track too. And you can see it still makes a straight cut, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the track again at 90 degrees. And what we should see is a consistent mark of right there. Pretty consistent all the way throughout. Alright, so how does it work? It's got a pretty nice little clamp here. You spin that this way. The saw pops right out. To set this, it will come like this. To slide this around, you pull this up and it lets you free slide it. You drop it back down like this and it starts to click. So we're going to bring it back. You set your saw in. Almost any saw will work. The instructions are definitely online for specific models and stuff. The base plate has to be a certain size. Go ahead and look that up. Now we're ready to click it. It pushes there and we lock it this way. And that's it. We're locked in. It doesn't move. And it's that simple. Unlike the Kreg jig, when you put this saw on your Kreg jig, you're kind of stuck with this Kreg jig on your saw for almost ever. And then the blade kind of rides on the edges. So every so often you'll find blue little chips, that was my experience, of Kreg material flying around. You saw we just rocked this blade all the way at 45 degrees. And there's no contact with anything plastic. So in my opinion, this is the way to go. And for less than $100 right now, you can get yourself a fairly decent track saw. Instructions are pretty good. We had a bumpy start with the live. The instructions aren't super clear, but my instructions are about pulling this up, how to slide it, how to rock it around and everything. Pretty self-explanatory. This is one of the thinner saws you're ever gonna find. This is an inline circular saw. It's belt driven. There's no bulky motor hanging off of the side. So this saw plate for the base is fairly small. Let's see if it accepts the DeWalt. So pop that down. That pops out. Here's an even smaller base plate. Lock it in. Very consistent cuts for a universal saw, for a universal saw plate, whatever you want to call it, jig. Very consistent cuts. This is the way to go. All the reviews you saw on Lowe's.com about the Bora, I don't know if I believe them, or I don't know if they struggled the same way I did when I was first trying to figure out this saw plate. But as you can see, it works on 2 different saws very consistently back to back. That's your review. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Sub for more.